I'm not going to lie, it really helps that all of the ladies.
So I went to see a sensational play off-Broadway. It's called Accidentally Brave. It is written and performed by actress Maddie, Corman, known for her many roles on both the big and small screen. The play is a true story about a shocking event in her life when her world falls apart and she's faced with tough decisions about her family and her marriage. Accidentally Brave is currently running at the DR2 Theater in Union Square. It's a beautiful, intimate theater, and that makes watching Maddie Corman that much more special because she talks for 90 minutes. And I'm telling you, 90 minutes flies by like that because I feel like you're our friend and you're telling us the story about this very traumatic experience.
Well, I mean, I feel like I am your friend because I watch you, so so back at you. But yeah, I mean, the theater is really intimate. It's the Daryl Roth 2 theater, and she actually said it feels like a hug. There's something about the space, and it's a scary story to tell.
So tell us a little bit about the story.
Well, a couple of years ago...
About your life.
Yeah.
It's not a story, it's your life.
It's not a story. It's,
yeah.
You know, it's an interesting thing because people have stories that are true. This is my true story, but am I my story? Am I defined by my story? And I have a lot of shame about my story, but it happened. So coming up on 4 years ago, not quite 4 years ago, the police came to my house in Westchester and arrested my husband on child pornography charges. And my whole life, our whole life, we have 3 kids, it was a catastrophe, trauma, shock, crisis. Also, within 24 hours, it was in all of the newspapers and online.
He lost his job.
He lost all his work.
He was a big producer in TV,
producer
right?
and director on television, yeah. And he lost all his work. He was very high up in the Directors Guild, and we lost a lot. He lost a lot, and we, by proxy, lost a lot very quickly and very publicly.
So I'm sitting there and I'm watching you tell this story, and it's very emotional, and you get emotional. We get emotional in the audience, and
Did you laugh?
I laughed and I cried.
I know,
I couldn't believe that I was laughing at sometimes the bad parts, you know what I mean? But so was everybody else.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, that's life, right? You know, even at our darkest times, sometimes we have to laugh because we're human. And
so is it difficult on you to do this? I mean, it's a one-woman show.
Yeah.
It's real, and you still live it.
Yes. I mean, I love being in a company of actors. That's mostly what I've done, is been in ensemble pieces, both on screen and on stage, and I love it. I love passing the ball back and forth. For this particular story, it was somehow, I wrote it, and it was important to me because I felt, not that I literally was, but I felt so alone during those early days. It's an incredibly scary, weird, surreal time when the person who has always been your person, you suddenly don't feel like you know anymore, when you want to protect your kids and you love your family but they're angry too. It just felt, I didn't know what anything was, and in order to share that, I share it in the play, and I'll share it with you right now, that, you know, I think it was Mr. Rogers that said, look for the helpers. So someone that helped me out of the darkness was a total stranger who found me because my story was in the paper. And
it was somebody famous, right?
Yes, she's
Who
famous.
You won't say who it is.
No.
Can you give us the initials?
No. Do you have a guess?
I was thinking Oprah.
A lot of people have guessed Oprah. I'm not going to say.
Okay.
But
somebody reached out
that would be
to
only one initial,
right,
too.
Yeah.
Well, no, she's got 2 initials, but she's kind of just O.
Yes.
Anyway, it's not Oprah, but maybe it's Oprah. But anyway, this person, this angel, found me and helped me, not by saying, I think you're going to be okay, but by saying that and then sharing her own story.
And it was similar to yours? You
know, it was similar-ish. It was not the same circumstances, but there was a shock, a trauma, an addiction, some public scrutiny, and a huge change of this was not what my life was supposed to look like, and feeling like the floor falls out from underneath you. And so I did make it a one-person show partly because it just feels very lonely during those days.
Well, I have to say, you are incredible. We have a little snippet from the show, Accidentally Brave.
And I learned that my husband has some more secrets. Things that happened to him long before I met him. And hearing him share those secrets makes me really sad, but also really angry because I'm me. I shared everything with you. How could you not trust me with that? And we learn about shame and abuse. And I ask him why he couldn't just have an affair like a normal person. And we do ropes courses. And even though we aren't supposed to talk about the future, I break the rules. And I tell him I will never, ever be okay with the things that you chose to look at.
It is so powerful. I'm wondering how your family handles that you're doing this show every day.
Well, you know, my family's handled a lot. So they, you know, I have 3 teenagers. I think that in some ways they're surprised that anyone wants to listen to their mother speak for more than 10 minutes, let alone 90 minutes. But we talk about a lot of uncomfortable things in my family, and I've said, I think that we have an opportunity here. I think we have an opportunity to help people. There are subjects dealt with in this play that people don't talk about. And we talk about them in my house. We talk about them with our friends and our family. And yes, now, Mom, it's not like I was an accountant and I went and did this. Like, this is what I do. So, so I look at it as service. How they feel about it depends on the day. But, you know, I am with my husband. We did stay together after a lot of work that we're still doing. And, you know, our story was already in the newspaper. Our story was already online. So I just kind of feel like to put the human element out there is something that's an opportunity that might be helpful to people.
Well, now you tell it. Boy, oh boy, it is a powerful 90 minutes. It goes by so quickly. It's running at the DR2 Theater in Union Square through July 13th. And Darryl Roth, I know, is behind this, and she's has
the best.
Exquisite taste in what people want to see.
That's when I knew that maybe it was okay when she said so, because she really does have amazing taste.
Well, it's so nice to meet you in person.
It's great to meet you, too.
You are so brave, whether it's accidentally or not.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, coming up, Lori's going to be